Swung the bats a lot better tonight. A lot of harder contact and good swings with runners in scoring position. So all in all, top to bottom, that felt like we had 18 hits tonight versus last night. I'm like, I couldn't believe we had 13. But yeah, felt much better, more productive offense tonight, and I guess louder runs, if that makes sense. But they swung the bats very well.
Steven's bat's really come along these last couple of weeks, and for a guy that you got out of the transfer portal, knowing his greatest skill was defense, how much is that to see?
Oh, it's big. Not only from the standpoint of team contributing, but just having him down at the bottom of the order, setting the table for the guys at top. Campy being hitting. That's one of the negatives of Campy hitting the leadoff hole. Is first time he comes up, usually there's nobody on base, or there's not going to be anybody on base. But it's important for those bottom guys to get on base, later in the game. For when he comes up, he's usually pretty productive with guys in scoring position. So how he's been getting on, and those guys at the bottom have been doing a good job getting on base and setting the table for those guys at the top has been big.
Have you ever seen a college player hit a baseball 480 feet like Kean did tonight?
Compton last night?
I think that was 450.
I don't know. Compton's ball hit last night was pretty dang hard too. So, but yeah, Vu knocked the snot out of that one tonight. That was impressive. So he continues to swing an extremely hot bat, and obviously the power numbers are going with it too. So it's been fun to watch him do what he's doing.
Is there anything specifically mechanical wise that you tried to work on with him from his freshman to his sophomore year?
That's probably a question for Goffey. More so, I know his lower half has always been kind of his key when he's firing his backside. It brings his hands along with it. There'll be occasionally where he'll get fooled and the butt will go out and hands will go, and that happens on occasion. But for him, it's staying in his legs and using his backside, and that speeds the hands up. But he's gotten more physical. He's gotten stronger. I think there's a tribute to everything we're doing, weight room wise, lead up wise, in the cage, all that type of stuff. Talking about approach, staying on the baseball. He's getting a lot of hits the other way too, which is great. He's not just a pull happy kid. He's using the opposite field and driving the ball that way too. So I think that's just kind of a evolution of everything coming together for him that we practice, preach. Like I said, weight room, the strength is a big factor. Ted Henson, our strength coach, does a great job with those guys. So it's just all part of the development process, and he's taking it to heart and doing great.
Ethan's first home run at the college level, what would that mean to you to see that go out for him?
I'm glad it went over. It was close. I think the last one he had like that, it hit the top of the wall, and I think of the last thread of the baseball and came back in. But was happy for him that got out. Kind of help him relax. He's got his first one out of the way, and that was a pretty cool moment.
I know that you've kind of described him as like a steal in terms of recruiting, that you guys saw maybe something other people didn't. Looking back on he's almost done with his first season collegiately. What has he meant to this team, and how big of an asset has he been?
You talking about Ethan?
Yes.
He's come in and done his job. We kind of got him before he had started developing, I guess, for lack of a better term, and just kind of saw something in him at a camp that we had out here that we really liked, and bat to ball we thought was tremendous, and fundamentally defensively he was pretty solid. And now to kind of see him putting it all together and starting to get more comfortable with each and every game out there. He goes through his typical ups and downs that they all do their first year, but he's got a bright future, and I think the fact that we got him here, we're obviously thrilled about that, and I think sky's the limit for him as long as he continues to work, and he's one of those guys that I'm anxious to see how his body transforms in a year from now. Kind of like Kean Vu came in kind of that same type of kid, and after a year later, Kean's chiseled up and strong and wiry, and if we can get Ethan to do the same thing, he's going to be a special player.
Is there anything specific in that camp that made you, all those kids made you say, oh, this guy should come play for us?
No, just something about him that I liked. Fundamentally was good. He was playing at a very good high school down in Texas, and it produces some good players. So he's playing good competition down there. Does well. Just kind of talking about the game and his instincts, that type of thing, and then watching him hit. And like I said, all this stuff was very, in my mind, fundamentally good. And I don't mean to embarrass the kid, but I'm like, he got right up next to him, and he has nothing but peach fuzz on his face, and you're like, the kid's not even shaven yet, He's going to develop and get stronger and bigger. Like, those are the things you kind of look at when you're talking to a 15, 16-year-old kid to see, okay, he's going to grow, he's going to get stronger, he's not tapped out. But he certainly, I think he's still got plenty of room to grow and get stronger and fill out, and take strength. And when he puts on more strength, he's got a chance to be really good.
Cole was obviously very efficient to start tonight. What did you see from him?
He continues to progress and get better. Each time out there, where there's things still good to work on and polish up with him. But we're trying to continue to run him out there, and the talent level is good. And we just have to continue to pitch, I think, rather than throw, and hit his spots more, and continue developing the off-speed pitches. To go along with the low mid-90 fastball. If he can continue to work on, controlling the off speed and dumping that in for strikes when he has to, and then burying it when he needs to, I think, he'll continue to get better.
How would you characterize the morale of this team right now?
Should be hopefully pretty loose and excited. They're you put up a lot of runs the last couple of days, and feel good about yourself, but understand that, hey, we have another tough weekend this weekend against Washington, and we'll enjoy it here for a little bit, but then turn the page and get ready for those guys. So as long as they keep playing free and easy, and enjoying the games that they're playing with each other, and this is what we were kind of hoping for all year. So hopefully they can continue to keep it rolling.
Only a couple weeks left in the season. Obviously, you guys have really started to heat up now. How important is it going to be to continue this stretch for the remaining couple of weeks to make sure that you hit the postseason with as much momentum as possible?
It's important for us to play well Friday. Beyond that, we're not looking beyond that. So we can't afford to, and I don't mean that tongue-in-cheek. I just mean that sincerely, we just got to worry about Friday. And we start looking ahead, that's when we get in trouble. So can't control any other game other than the next one we're playing, and let's go out and play well on Friday and get that one hopefully, and then we'll look at the one after that. But we can't afford to look beyond that right now.
How do you foresee the pitching situation this weekend and with the arm usage in these couple of days?
Well, Ben Jacobs will start on Friday. We'll have Marco ready to go Saturday, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Obviously, Hunter got on the mound tonight and threw the ball well. I guess kind of will go the same scenario. If we have to use him to win a game on Friday or Saturday, we'll do so. If not, then he'll probably start on Sunday.
Injury-wise, do you think he looked pretty good tonight?
It's coming out hot. It was 95, 97 miles an hour. I mean, it was coming out good. I'm like, man, we could have used that on Sunday, but that's okay. As long as he's back on the mend, and we wanted to get him back on the mound regardless, even if it was going to be for 15 pitches or so, just to get him to feel the rubber again, and throw to some hitters and keep him sharp. And I don't know how many pitches he threw. 12 pitches. I mean, perfect. Under 15, and we'll get him ready for the weekend.
Thanks, Willie.